Just then, I heard a splash of water right beside the bathtub.
Oh no.
I turned and opened the shower curtain.
What is there?
Then what I saw made my heart drop.
No. I'm out. Scary animations. That is what we're going to be watching in today's video. I'm going to be watching these at 3:34 a.m. in the middle of the night, so it's extra spooky. I'm going to try not to pee my pants and grab a blanket, grab some popcorn. Let's get right into this. Creepy neighbor horror story. All right, guys, let's check what this is all about.
This happened in 2009.
2009, so that's 11 years ago. So they're flying to Minnesota. I've never been to Minnesota. So it's in the middle of nowhere with only 2 neighbors. So I'm guessing it's like in a farm type area.
She's around my age.
Like rural. So it's just a couple kids playing outside. Everything's normal.
We were outside.
They're playing badminton. Looks like.
My sister hit the birdie too hard. It landed in the next
Doesn't
door
seem that
neighbor's
creepy
yard.
at all. Okay, so they hit the
Uncomfortable
birdie over to the other
so I
yard.
told my sister I'll go get it myself.
Yeah, just go
She
get it
told me
yourself.
not to do it and just wait for Morgan.
Okay, so Morgan went to go get another birdie.
Get it real quick.
All right, but this
As I was
savage
about
kid's
to
gonna
enter
go
the
get the
gate,
birdie himself.
My sister grabbed me from behind and began telling me how much of a bad idea it was.
Wait, why is it a
That's
bad
when
idea?
An old man came out from behind the house.
Yo, who the heck is that?
Is this yours?
Bro, that dude looks so
Yes,
creepy.
and asked if I could have it back. He said he had his grandchildren's old toys upstairs and asked if we wanted to
No.
have them.
That
We were
is
very
so
young at the
sus.
time.
If an old person comes up to you and says that they have toys, candy, or anything weird like that, don't fall for it. Nowadays it would be like free Wi-Fi. But anyways, don't fall for it.
We thought as he lived so close and he looked like a typical sweet grandfather.
Okay, that does not look like a sweet grandfather. That little smirk definitely gives me creepy vibes. If you're a kid, definitely don't enter a random stranger's house.
We heard Morgan calling our names and we
Okay, so
politely told the
Morgan's
old man
back
that we had to go.
outside.
Morgan saw us
Right?
through the window and immediately asked what we were doing there.
Okay, so
I
Morgan
answered,
came in.
"The sweet old man." And she cut me off and said that the house was abandoned
What?
since she moved there.
Wait, if the house is abandoned, then who's the old man?
She had a blank expression.
Is Morgan being
That's
serious?
when
So she's
I
being
never
serious.
told anyone because we didn't want to cause any trouble. But now that I'm older,
Wait.
I wonder if it was some ghost or creepy old
Wait,
man.
the
luring
story just cut
kids
off.
into-
What happened
The house got
then?
demolished recently.
Wait, the story never really finished. So was the old man a ghost or was it an actual old man? Like either way it's creepy. A ghost is of course a ghost. If an old man is in an abandoned house telling you to come upstairs, definitely not a good idea. Anyways, let's check this next one out. The bridge.
So this story takes place when I was about 16 years old.
Alright, 16 years
At my
old, the same
school,
age I am.
played for the volleyball team, and every year we would go to a
Volleyball
camp and
players,
do
huh?
volunteer work for this guy.
So they're going
The camp was
somewhere
in
to
the
do
middle
a
of
volunteer
nowhere.
work. Okay,
This
that
was
does
around
not sound
October,
like
so
fun.
it was
Going to the
already
middle of
dark at
nowhere
8.
to work till 8 p.m.
My 2 friends and I were sitting around the fire,
So
trying to
just
figure out
3 of
something
them.
we could do so we weren't so bored. We weren't really supposed to leave the camp, but being
they did it
16
anyways.
years old, we loved breaking the
Yep,
rules.
they did it anyways.
Bigger
Okay,
than we
so they're about to
expected,
invade
and there was a
property.
large wooden
Definitely
bridge
not
that
a good
crossed it.
idea. So they're
As we
gonna
were
check
walking
out
by
a
the
bridge.
shoreline, we saw 2 headlights off in the distance moving towards the bridge. So we bolted underneath
Bro,
them.
you gotta hide, you gotta hide, you gotta hide.
Yeah,
Okay, so it's
It
just
was
a
about
couple
8:30
kids
at this
under a
time.
bridge.
Now it was pretty
I
much
mean, it's in
pitch
private
black.
property, but you know,
That's
they're
when we
not
started
causing
to
any
hear a
harm
slow
or
rumble
anything.
in the distance. The same truck had come back, and this time it was moving much slower.
Guessing
Laughter.
that's the property owner.
Eventually, the truck moved over the bridge, but rather than going over to the other side, the truck stopped right on top of us.
The truck stopped on the
only thing
bridge.
you could hear
Yo,
was
just
rushing
make a run
water
for it
and
now.
hum. Then, the
Oh,
door
no.
of the truck swung open. I know you're out there!
No,
I'm gonna
no,
find you.
it's over, it's over, just
I
run.
looked at my friends, and they were both shaking in fear. This must have been the crazy
Yeah, I'd be
property
shaking
owner,
in fear
and
too.
he seemed pissed that we were on his land. He started screaming and saying he was going to hurt us if he finds us.
Yeah,
We
okay,
could
if
see
I were
that he
them,
had
I would just make a run
flashlight
for it while
and
they
swinging
can.
it around.
Because once the
Thumps
owner
as he
finds
walked
them,
around a
it's
little
gonna be
bit,
even
calling
harder
out
to,
for
you know,
us.
run away.
Thank God he never went under the bridge. Eventually, it went silent. And it sounded
So,
as if he
did he
went back
leave?
into his truck. There for
Alright,
about
so
10 minutes.
I think the property
and then
owner
my one
left.
friend, who we'll call Trevor, whispered in my ear, saying that we have to go.
Yep, Trevor's right.
I gave him
We
a
definitely
quick
do have
nod,
to go.
and in slow motion, we moved out from under the bridge. We started to army crawl on the shoreline of the
So,
river,
now these
and
kids
I
are
remember
trying to
looking
escape.
behind me to see the top of the bridge.
They left the bridge.
I saw a white Ford F-150. In the driver's seat was the man,
no.
staring right
Oh,
at me
no.
with a sinister smile, and he even gave me a little wave. At that
Nope,
moment, I
I'm out,
screamed
I'm out,
and
I'm
ran.
out.
My friend saw me run and took off after me. I could hear
Hey, in
screaming
this scenario,
from
you don't have to
behind
be the
us.
fastest
I
one.
took
You
a
just
quick
have to
glance
not be the
behind me and
slowest.
saw that he was chasing after us, and I couldn't quite make out the object in his hand.
Bro,
Of some sort.
hey, I don't know why
We
this
ran
dude's
into the
so
forest
pressed.
and ducked behind a bush.
Right? I don't know why he's
This
chasing a
pitch
couple
black.
16-year-olds. I mean, sure, they did invade property, but chasing them with the knife, I don't know, it's a little overboard in my opinion.
Back in the forest, and we couldn't hear a thing. We sat there for a while, just shaking.
So I think these
The
kids
man
escaped.
never walked by us, and we never heard him. After we gathered our courage, we got up and walked back to camp.
You
Got
walked
into our
back to
tents and tried to fall
Yo,
asleep.
after all that, they're sleeping in
next morning,
tents
we talked to-
outside? Bro, if I were them, I would want to stay inside or like somewhere very far from that forest.
To the camp owner
Like,
about
what if the man
that
comes
owned
and
the property
finds
of
the
river.
tents and stuff?
The camp owner said that he didn't know much about the man, but he knows that he has some mental problems and he's
Alright,
been
well, that
accused of
makes
assault.
sense.
I am so happy that we were able to escape from underneath
Bro,
the bridge.
if they did escape,
I can't
it
imagine
would have been over
what
for
would
them.
have happened if he caught us.
Yep, it would have been over for them if they caught him. All right, we're gonna check one last spooky story, guys. But before we get into it, today's post notification shout out goes to this person. If you guys do want to give yourself a post notification shout out, comment down below your deepest fear. Now, my deepest fear is probably like slugs, like anything slimy. All these weird slimy insects like slugs, snails, yeah, caterpillars, stuff like that creep me out. But anyways, the next horror story, we're watching Unforgettable Nightmare. I met a girl in a club and it became an unforgettable nightmare. Alright, let's check this out.
I was 20 at the time when this happened.
Alright, so it's a
I
20-year-old,
still
a
remember
bit
this
older,
as a vivid memory in my...
dude's in a nightclub.
One day, I was at a club with a few friends.
I don't know, I thought you had to be 21 to be in a nightclub.
I saw a cute
Back
girl,
to the
which
story.
was totally my type at first glance.
Alright, my man's
She had
found
blonde hair
love
and
at
deep
first
brown
sight.
eyes.
Is my man gonna
I
make a move?
approached her and I asked if she wanted
Making
a
a
drink
move.
or something. She said yeah, and we drank a lot. She told me to come by her place.
Oh no.
I
And
hesitated
this
at
is where
first, but
things
soon
go
I agreed.
downhill.
I told my friends that I was leaving early, and we booked
Alright, first of all, never leave your bros.
a cab. We got in the cab, and 15 minutes later, we arrived at her house. Her
Guessing this
apartment
is a
had
while
a
ago,
two-floor.
'cause they're doing
Nothing
taxi instead of
special,
Uber.
but just normal. We stepped inside, and all of a sudden,
My man's in
I
the
smelled
apartment.
something rotten.
You finna get it. No cap.
Got a bit nauseous and asked her if I could use the bathroom.
So something
She
smells
smiled and
fishy
said yes.
apparently.
I rushed in, and as I did,
Oh no.
the smell got stronger.
If I walk into a girl's house and it smells that bad to the point where I want to throw up, I'm probably just gonna leave the house.
Where the smell was
That
coming
is
from.
definitely very sus.
At first, I didn't pay attention and puked into the sink. I thought that I had drunk a bit too much. Just then, I heard a splash of water right beside the bathtub.
Oh, no.
I turned and opened the shower curtain.
What is there?
And then what I saw made my heart drop. A dead body of a
No,
boy around
no,
my
no,
age.
no, I'm out, I'm out. If I ever saw a dead body in a bathtub, I am running out that house screaming.
As I got closer, I realized that his right leg was cut off too.
Why is his leg cut
I
off?
was freaked out. I wanted to scream, but it didn't come out. But I decided not to go outside because she might be a psychopath killer and
He probably is a psychopath killer.
could kill me too. I tried to find an escape.
Alright, gotta think smart now.
Then I
Gotta think
spotted
smart.
something that I wasn't expecting. A small pocket knife stuck out from his jean pocket.
Is that gonna be a escape
I
tool?
cautiously took the knife and flicked the door open. There was no one outside, and only that girl was sitting on the steps.
Oh no. She's got that
I
creepy
asked her
smile.
what was in the bathtub, and suddenly her expression got different.
What the heck? What is that face?
She flashed a maniac grin, and then she took out something from her back, a knife. All of a sudden, she lunged toward me, but I dodged it.
My man's out here dodging knives, alright?
I took out my knife and swung around as soon as she came to me and kicked
So
her.
this is suddenly a fight.
She
oh
let out a
my
scream
god.
as she
My man just karate kicked KO'd that girl.
to the ground. I heard some noise upstairs, but I wasn't
Wait,
going to
there's
check
other
that
people
out.
in the house?
I sprinted out the door and ran
Yeah,
2 blocks
that's probably a
straight
good
without
idea. Just
stopping.
sprint, just sprint.
And then called the cops. The cops searched the whole house and arrested 3 people,
What
all
the-
charged for murdering innocent young boys.
Bro, 3 people in the house.
Then I took a
my
cab
man's could have
back to
been
my house.
screwed over.
I wasn't able to sleep that night at all.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to sleep either.
This
I
was the
wouldn't be
scariest
able to
I've
sleep
ever
for a few
experienced.
nights after all
And
that.
who knew what would have happened if I didn't find that knife?
Yep, it would have probably been over for him. So anyways, what did we learn from these scary stories? First of all, never enter a stranger's house if they're offering free toys. Second off, don't invade property. The property owner might be a maniac. And third off, don't go to a random girl's house from a nightclub. I mean, I would say don't enter a girl's house if it smells like you want to throw up, because that is definitely very suspicious. Anyways, hopefully you guys did enjoy these scary stories. If you made it without peeing your pants, congratulations. And with that being said, see you guys in the next one. Have a great, fantastic rest of your day. Peace out. Also subscribe. Bye.